guys, okay, ngenza le video ngoba ngifuna ukugqugquzela iy'ngane ezisafunda ukuthi zifunde zimisele kusenesikhathi. Okay, ngizoshara isitori sami. Okay, mina ngenza unyaka wokugcina njengamanje.
Ninjani? Guys, into engifuna ukunitshela yona ukuthi ngi-right. I managed to fight the culprits, ngabaleka, ngiyaphila. Akukho nje engizokusho. Konke sengikubeka emaphoyiseni. Justice will be served.
Hello, what is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle and this is The Vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into this video. Alrighty then, you guys, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys do enjoy my videos, please do click on the thank you button. Right, a student from the Durban University of Technology was stabbed, randomly stabbed apparently. The girl that was stabbed was in her dormitory room, right, and she was going over, I think, her notes or something like that. And then this girl walks into her room, she locks the room, and she proceeds to terrorize her. There is a video, and I'm going to play it for you, where the incident happens. But I'm not going to play you guys the gory stuff, right? I'm just going to show you the part where the girl actually gets up. She realizes that somebody walks into her room, closes the door, and she actually asks, "Ukiela, like, why are you locking the door?" And apparently the aggressor had a panga. Was it a panga or what is it? Okapi. An okapi, it's a knife. And another object that was curved, a wooden one. And then she attacked the girl. This is the video.
Okay.
I played you that video because I think community guidelines won't, it's not going to be an issue. Right? And apparently at this res, everybody knows, and actually they know about this girl, the one that did the violence, and they actually fear her. And apparently this girl actually stays at the res, and she's the only one that does this with her child. And people are asking, why is it that this girl gets to get away with things? Apparently this is not the only thing that she gets to get away with. She gets away with a lot of things. People around the res are saying that she's not, they think that, or they thought that she's not mentally stable, and that's why they fear her. My question is, if the majority of the students fear this girl, and they have brought it up, right, to the people in charge at that res, why is that girl still being allowed to stay at the res? If that girl was taken out of that res, this incident would not have happened. If majority of the students are saying we fear this person, we don't feel comfortable, and also why does this person get a pass for certain things, then don't you think that is cause for concern? Because if that was taken seriously, that girl wouldn't have been stabbed. And you would think that maybe the situation is a girlfriend-boyfriend three-way type of situation where the girl was upset because of man, but nobody's speaking about that. And even if it was that situation, it doesn't give anyone the right to go terrorize people. The trend of stabbing people is hot and busy. People batla go tlhaba for no reason. I feel like that girl was obviously taken over. She's been taken over for a while now. But the fact that she left her room, wherever that is, and knew to go into that room and lock the door, something was whispering in her ear that this is a good idea and this is the angle that you should take. And also, students, please, when you're in your dormitories, when I was at res, I used to always lock my door. I lock my door here at home right now. When I was staying in the hood, I always used to lock the door. If you're hot, open your windows. You don't know where the danger is coming from. You have to lock your doors. This girl was merely doing a Facebook Live, doing some schoolwork there on live, doing something positive, and somebody walks into a room, locks the door, and proceeds to attack her. This can absolutely happen to anyone. Why is that student allowed to be there when everybody is clearly scared of that student? People need to stop thinking or acting as if people are not batshit crazy. And not just batshit crazy, but taken over by spirits. I might sound crazy saying to everyone, people are taken over. But when I say to you, people are not acting on their own accord, I'm saying this because it is true. These random acts of violence are not random acts of violence. We are living in the end times. No one is safe. These type of things can happen to anyone. Some of us are living in the States. We don't live in the States because, oh wow, we can absolutely afford to do that. It's such a great luxurious thing. It's a matter of safety because we have been in sticky situations in our homes before. We're trying to hold on to any type or level of security that we can. And it's not easy. You sending your kids to school, they're getting attacked randomly while they are doing their work, sharing their knowledge on lives. Then they're getting attacked. I never ever, and I never ever will, look down on people that are mentally disturbed or have some kind of mental illness. Because I absolutely do have compassion for them. Because abazenzi. They don't do it to themselves to be different. But as the people that are supposed to be protecting our kids at these schools, and you've had these complaints, you have to look into those situations. Because a person that is not right upstairs can escalate at any time. But change. Voices tell them to do these things. You ask yourself, these people are on medication, why do they still follow through with all these weird, creepy things? It's not just Western medicine that is going to cure those voices. Trust and believe that. When it's a spiritual thing, it's a spiritual thing. And everything happens in the spirit first before it does in this reality. When are people going to start waking up and realizing that? How many times do we have to talk about it until you actually realize that? That girl could have passed away. Thank you, Jesus, that she did not. Because trust and believe, like the bishop, I don't know which country it is, that was attacked at his altar. They were live as well. And he was doing his thing, his sermon. He was attacked by someone. And the knife that person had, it didn't, disengage, dislodge, it didn't come out. The bishop was in hospital. So I guess maybe some way, somehow, he did do some physical harm. But luckily the bishop survived. It was another stabbing. Who do you think intervened in that situation? It is not to say that if you believe in God, the attacks will not come. But God will help you and save you out of that situation. Like with the bishop and like with this girl. This girl was able to get to the door and open the door and run out for help. But this girl, even when that girl was running, now people can see, she wanted to finish her off. Is that a normal thing to you? It's not a normal thing to me. It's because they are taking over. And it can happen to anyone. A quiet day at res, it happens there. It's not only in places of monati where these things happen. It happens any and everywhere. But if people are sounding the alarm about a specific person, that there's something not right with this person only will never gray. You have to listen. You have to protect the majority because that one person can do a lot of damage or take a life. Even if it's just one life, that's one too many. That is one too many. And apparently when the cops came, the students were like, you have to arrest this girl, wala wala. Nakana, the students are saying that. And the cops left and said, they're going to go fetch a van. You're already there. Take the criminal. They didn't lock her up. Take the criminal that did the crime. They didn't lock her up. So what? She's going to go back to rest and start plotting and planning her next attack? Because why? It's not just one person that's taken over by these demons. It's multiple people. It's scary. It's weird. Right? Anyway, I just wanted to bring the story to you guys, to your attention, guys. You have to be careful. And I think you have to do everything. Like I said to you before, I always check the exit everywhere that I go. Right? But you also need to do those little things. Like locking the door behind you. It doesn't matter where you are. Just lock it, just in case. You might think that you live in an estate, it's so safe. Crooks and crazy people can't get in. But what if the crooks and crazy people are within your community in that very estate? And they find a way to your door. They can get you there. And it doesn't take 10,000 hours for a person to be attacked and die. Not even 5 minutes. It's a matter of seconds. That's how easy you can perish. You can be attacked and perish. So you have to devise every device or plan that you can to protect yourself and your family, because people are batshit crazy and they are taken over. This is a fact. The trend, the stabbing trend is not just a trend. It's an easy way for Satan to get people. Not everybody can get their hands on a gun, right? So what are they going to do? They're going to find a sharp object to penetrate your skin and eliminate you. Some people might be stabbed in the thigh and die because there's arteries there. Vital arteries. There's a lot going on. Not everybody knows the human anatomy, but come mistake, you get stabbed in the wrong place, you can be done. You'll bleed to death. It's crazy, but it's true. If you know anything about the human anatomy, then you know what I'm saying is true. You can literally be stabbed in your thigh. There's an artery there, an important one. You will bleed to death. Right? Take the necessary steps to protect yourselves and your family. Lock your doors. Lock your doors. You have to. You walk in, lock it. You're hot, open the windows. Sit by the window rather than to have people have easy access to you, because people want to finish you off for no reason. Bahlanya, and they're taken over. And pray. Don't just pray for yourselves. I told you guys this before. Pray for your family. Pray for your communities. You have to pray for your communities. When more than one person meets up in prayer, that's a church. You don't have to physically go to the building. We don't have to call each other and say, let's pray. If I am praying and you are praying at the same time, baby, and we're in the same community or area, that's a church. That's enough. Not to say that God is not going to protect you from these situations, but just being stabbed is so dangerous. It's scary. You might survive the stabbing, but it's just scary and traumatic. And we have to pray to avoid these situations. We actually really have to. Because that prayer actually repels these evil people. It does. Yabachisa. I don't leave my house without prayer. I always say in my prayer, I'm surrounded by a ring of fire. God is right here with me. There's nothing that anyone is going to do with me. And I'm reciting this as I go about my day. And that is not to say that evil people will not try to attack and get a piece of your skin. But damn, it is better to be armored with the word of the Lord and with the Lord by your side than to just be walking naked. You can't just walk naked anymore. And also, if you are coming into agreement with these creepy things, you are susceptible to dangerous things happening to you. You have to get it right with God, guys. That is your strength. That is your power. Witches do try to cast spells on people. But as soon as, because witches are very dedicated, they fast, they go through a lot to harm you. But once their ZBGBs say to them, we can't access this person because this person is armored. They've got God with them. Not penetratable. It's like they can't do it anymore. They feel weak. You will never lose anything getting down on your knees and praying on a continuous. You pray without ceasing. I never stop praying. 24/7 I feel like I'm in prayer. And it's not a hard thing. It's not a chore. It's just communication with God. You communicate with everybody else. Why can't you just do that with God? That is your best bet. That is your only protection. If the witches and warlocks are fasting and waking up at 3 a.m. every day and they're dancing around naked and they're very dedicated, you don't think that you can actually stay in prayer 24 hours a day? You can. It's actually that easy. And it's going to benefit you and your family. Because they're trying to take us out for no reason. Don't perish prematurely because you were too lazy to pray. That's weird. Right? Anyway, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys do enjoy my videos, please do click on the thank you button. Stay prayed up, guys. Give your life to God. It's worth a try, isn't it? It's worth a try. Zama, you might just like it like the rest of us. Right? And it's really not that hard. It is literally just a conversation. Yes, it's a conversation with a being that you don't know, but it's a being that you actually do know. Because there you are. You exist. God knew of you before you left your mother's womb. Don't forget that. Right? Bye, guys.